Welcome back to Corner Stories. Please enjoy the stories of the day. Story 1. My birthgiver had an affair in where my older and younger sister knew about it and hid it from my dad and me. Eventually I found out the reason why they never told my dad was because birthgiver's AP was buying them all the gifts they want for their silence. My dad found out eventually and it resulted in my dad disowning my sisters too for their betrayal. I too cut them off cause I lost any respect for both of them. Both sisters left with birthgiver and I picked my dad. Birthgiver moved in with her AP with sisters, but apparently he was a creep who was touching my sisters, which resulted in a whole another shit. My dad didn't care and neither did I, even when birthgiver called us about it. They wanted to come back but dad said no and told them to find somewhere else. Birthgiver ended up being a drunk, going from boyfriend to boyfriend, some who were worse than her AP apparently. My dad married a great woman who became like a second mom to me. She too have a daughter as well that I treat like my own sister. Unfortunately a year back my dad passed away peacefully in his sleep and it's been dark. At the time, dad and I were staying at his home country for a while, so the funeral was just a very small affair. Dad however always told me he never want birthgiver or sisters to come to his funeral, much less know where he is buried. They found out months later and I got some angry voicemails from sisters cursing me for not telling them about dad. He left them only $1 as per law in our country required for a will, and his assets was divided with my stepmom, my stepsister and me. I still live with stepmom and stepsis, although I will be moving out to my apartment in the coming month. Anyways, birthgiver is sick and estranged sisters reach out to me to tell me to meet them cause birthgiver keeps asking my name. My sisters say they miss me and want us to be a family again. I have blocked them but they keep using different numbers or different account to message me on FB or my other social media, to the point I want to report them to the police for harassment, but in my country there is no such thing as a restraining order. I answered their phone call one day and let them have it, saying I have no relation to them and that my stepmom and stepsis are my family. We were on FaceTime and my younger sister started crying asking how long am I going to hate them. I told them I don't hate them, I simply don't care about them at all. My older sister was quiet and said she understand. She told me she was getting married soon and hope I could be walking her down the aisle, but since I will never want anything to do with them, she will take care of younger sister and birthgiver. I told her that's your job and she ended the call. Younger sister sent me a text saying she will keep hoping I will change my mind one day, but I decided to just kill any hope in her by saying stepsister is the only sister I have, then shared a picture where of a Christmas photo of my dad, stepmom, stepsis and me in matching sweatshirts, telling my younger sister that stepmom and stepsis is my family, so please stop reaching out to me. Birthgiver called me to yell at me saying that I didn't need to be cruel to my younger sister, but I told her that I wasn't being cruel, I was just stating they aren't my family. Birthgiver told me to lead my life and they will lead their lives, also to not come to her funeral, to which I said she has nothing to worry about that. I know I am an asshole, but truth to be told, I don't really care if that's what it takes to not talk to my sisters. I have a good job, my stepmom and stepsis never makes me feel like I am not part of their lives after dad is gone. My friends from childhood told me recently that younger sister opened some paid platform like OnlyFans, but honestly I don't want to know, nor do I care to know what's going on their life. I am just hoping that this time they actually follow through to never reach out to me. Update 1, you people, I am not asking for advice nor this is an AITA, I just accept that while I am an asshole here, I don't really give a shit about it. My family and friends agrees with me what I have done is correct. Anyways, for the morons who was assuming a lot of baseless shit. Also I don't acknowledge her as my mother, so I just use the word birthgiver as a neutral term. Remove the stick lodged in your assholes over my preference to call her that here. Dad divorced birthgiver when I was 21, younger sister was 18. They didn't tell dad because they wanted the money and gifts from AP who was buying them things my dad couldn't. We were a lower middle class family, so even things like going out for dinner was a once a while treat. As far I knew birthgiver was cheating on my dad for 2 years, but honestly I don't give a damn anymore. My dad was a great guy, but once he cut someone out, that person is out of his life permanently, something I admire about him and followed in his principle. He didn't let the divorce drag him down, he worked harder than ever, always made sure he was there for me. He was a family man and he loved birthgiver and my sisters till the betrayal, something she has always failed to see because sisters and her only saw him as an ATM. Whatever happened to my sisters is on them, I have zero sympathy, could give zero fucks about you people who are saying I should be sympathetic to their plight. They still defended birthgiver after what happened to them, even after she turned a blind eye to what he was doing to them. If family betrays you, they are not family and you should not care whatever happens to them after. Yes, I still live with my stepmother and stepsister still. Stepmom is still grieving dad's passing and my stepsister is graduating college and wants me to stay with them till she is able to find a job, so till I settle some ongoing matters, I am staying with them. The morons who are making disgusting jokes about two of them can go fuck themselves. My life is going to be good and I will have no regrets if birthgiver and sister never talk to me till the day we die. I won't be going to their funerals and hopefully they have the common sense not to come to mine. Birthgiver and older sister has acknowledged we are no longer family and will not try to reach out to me. Younger sister is slowly accepting the fact I want nothing to do with her. I made a family appreciation post the other day on my Facebook and Instagram with the caption, "Love my mother and sister," with a picture of stepmom and stepsis while we were out. Somehow there must be a dummy account for my sisters which they use to follow me, cause my friend screenshotted my younger sisters did something similar picture with birthgiver and older sister, with some caption about being not needing any man in their lives cause their bond is strong or some other shit. Anyways, to cap it up to you people and morons on the comment thread. Bye. Story 2 Same OP. I have posted about them a few times in Reddit to explain why we are no longer in contact, but the short version was, about more than a decade ago, my mother cheated on my dad and my two sisters knew about it. They kept their silence because the AP partner and mom bought their silence. My dad and I found out, he divorced my mother and disowned my sisters. I disowned then as well. We never talked much since then and I have moved on with my life. Dad remarried to my stepmom and I have a stepsister as well. He passed away in 2022. I am more family with my stepmom and sister than my actual biological family. Anyways, coming to the story, my younger sister, Sam, started doing OnlyFans during COVID. I only knew this because the former friends I had would make jokes to me about it and tried to share her picture with me, which was disgusting. I didn't care Sam did OnlyFans as we didn't talk, and the only weird thing I heard about it was Jan, my estranged mother, was fully supportive of her OnlyFans career and was arguing with people who knew that Sam is being comfortable with her sexuality and is making good money. This wasn't my circus to care, so as time progressed, Sam apparently started doing content with other people and Jan sort of became her manager of sorts, which was fucked up. Recently, my cousin from Jan's side told me Sam checked herself into rehab because she started to spiral out to heavy alcohol and drug use. Jan wanted Sam to stop doing OnlyFans because her mental condition is not good, but Sam rebelled and cut Jan off from her earnings and decided to let some other person be her manager. There is a whole lot of fiasco going on between them. Kat, my older sister, reached out to me in a rare moment asking if I am willing to talk to Sam into stopping from doing OnlyFans. I said no and blocked the number she used. The whole mess they did is on them. Honestly, I don't recognize them anymore with the amount of cosmetic surgeries they have done, especially with Sam, although I know Jan had a part influencing that too. Something I said to my cousin about Jan failing as a mother again was inadvertently passed back to her, and that resulted in Sam sending a text telling me to mind my own business, that whatever Jan and her are going through doesn't concern me as I have clearly abandoned them. I just replied that I really don't care about what happened and tell her to just get the help she needs before blocking her too. I only see Sam spiraling down this rabbit hole further, but she decided to drop out from being an engineer to pursue OnlyFans, which was dumb in my opinion. Hopefully I am wrong for Sam's sake, but in the end I blame Jan still for this. Story 3. This is a post from the OP in the first story, but this time it is focusing on his relationship with his older sister and her fiance and their upcoming wedding. Context: I cut off my bio mother Jan, 58F, my older sister Kat, 33F, and my younger sister Sam, 28F, about 11 years ago. Jan was having an affair for 3 years and Kat and Jan knew about it. Jan's AP partner bought Jan and Kat's silence. My dad found out eventually, divorced Jan, disowned Jan and Kat. I cut my relationship with Jan, Kat and Sam since, and aside from some BS document I signed about Jan's inheritance which stated I would not contest her will against my sisters after her death. We never had any contact since. My dad met and remarried to a great woman Linda 2 years after the divorce. Linda has a daughter Nat who I see as my sister. My dad passed away last year. Fast forward to the recent events, I got a FB message from Kat's fiance, Ben, introducing himself. I decided to say hi just to see what he wants and we had a decent chat. Ben disclosed that Kat told him about me and why I cut them off. It piqued his interest and that he wanted to know me a bit. I told him that I don't think that there is anything much we have in common to know about each other, but he was into cars like myself and we talked a bit about our current project cars. Ben surprised me then by asking if I would like to come to the wedding. I politely told him no as I don't think I am interested in that given I have nothing to do with all of them. He told me he understands and to let him know if I changed my mind, which I said I don't think I will, but we can be Facebook friends as long there is no talks about Kat, Sam or Jan. We talked a bit here and there but there wasn't much conversation. As of late couple day back I got an angry message in Facebook from some account. It was Kat. She created a secondary account to blast me about ruining her relationship. There was some heated insults which really enraged me, especially about Nat. I wanted to reply, but since I didn't want to engage in drama, I didn't reply to her and simply blocked that account too. I did however messaged Ben and asked him what is going on. Ben informed me that he has called off the wedding with Kat after Kat blew up against him for talking to me. He also says for now he is taking a break to assess whether he wants to be in this relationship. I said that I don't appreciate being blamed for this and he was confused, so I showed him the screenshot of the FB messages from Kat, which I think perhaps was not a good idea. Hours later I got a call from Sam from some other number to where she pissed me off as well by blaming me for ruining Ben's and Kat's relationship. I lost my shit and asked her WTF is she talking about. I have never talked to Ben much, and while we are Facebook friends, the only thing we talk once a while is about our cars. Sam told me I shouldn't have accepted being friends with Ben in the first place because he is Kat's fiance first. I told her she was being stupid. That's where I heard the second voice of Jan yelling into the phone to shut up and that I am still ruining their lives even after I have cut them off. I cut the call by that time when I heard Jan's voice, and this time it was a long-ass message from one of Sam's secondary Instagram account calling me the worst brother ever, how she is glad that I am not her brother as well. There were plenty of other shit, but reading the entire thing just made decide to shut them up. I replied to her but she blocked me, so I unblocked hers, Sam's and Jan's number, created a WhatsApp group and just unloaded all the shit I kept in myself for 11 years, calling them names, telling them they don't deserve happiness and they will never ever get it no matter how well off they are now. I made sure to write in the middle of the morning cause I wanted no replies. I told Kat that Ben deserved someone better than her and I hope he dumps her permanently. I told Sam that her OnlyFans is fitting as she has always had no potential than to be promiscuous, but she can't be blamed fully because she learned it from the best person, which was Jan. I finally told Jan, even though she has stopped seeing me as her son now just like I have stopped seeing her as my mother long time ago, I will always be a living reminder that her actions in the past will always prove she is a shitty person, and no matter how much of self-healing she does, she will come across me or hear about me, and knowing her own flesh and blood has thrived without her will always make her feel like a failure. I then blocked them when I saw the delivered and read sign and someone typing. Deleted the group, went back to normal. Ben messaged me yesterday telling me I have apparently caused some ruckus cause Sam reached out to him asking him to forgive Kat, showing the message I sent in the group, hoping to get some sympathy, but Ben apparently told her he is not getting involved and his only issue is with Kat. Jan, after reading my message, apparently threw away all my childhood photos that she kept. Kat and Jan got rid of anything that reminded them of me and asked Sam to do the same. Sam was a bit more reluctant cause she felt that it was unnecessary to delete the childhood photos of us as kids, but Jan apparently had a total breakdown and told her it's either her or me. Sam followed suit when Kat told her I was never coming back to their lives and it's best for them to accept that I am dead to them as well. I found it a bit too dramatic to know about this more, but it felt great to let out what I think of them instead of just building an icy wall to block them out. Ben told me he will probably stop contact for a while till he thinks about his decision, which I told him to take all the time he needs and he should do what is right for him. My issues with them has nothing to do with him. I woke up today to breakfast that Linda made, letting Nat mess with me, Linda just laughing about something. I realized that I am still loved by these two people and they are my real family. Update. Lot have happened this week. I am not happy because I don't know why some Reddit content creators thought it would have been okay to post my story on their pages without even messaging me here to ask for permission. The worst part is some of them have embellished my post, which I don't appreciate. I only knew this after Ben messaged me to ask if I posted about what happened on Reddit. I said yes, but my Reddit is not linked to any of my real-life accounts to protect my privacy, so I definitely didn't out him to anyone. All the names I used are just fake names that doesn't bear any resemblance to them. He showed me a few TikTok pages where my story was posted and some of them were twisted by the AI to make it seem worse. Ben told me Sam showed him the posts first and they are more than pissed off I have posted on Reddit, which is something I am not concerned about. I am not on TikTok and I don't plan to be on it, but now I am beyond irate cause this is bringing more stupid drama to me. Sam asked Ben to please ask me to talk to her because she is hurting because reading the post is affecting her mental health. I told her that while I am sorry that my post went viral on TikTok, I am not at fault here. I didn't even realize my post will be on there and none of these content creators messaged me here asking permission to post my story. He then told me reading my post, realized how toxic Kat was, and he has started to fall out of love with her. Ben ended it with Kat last Thursday and has asked Kat to move out from his place by the end of this week. This of course has taken a huge toll on Kat, and she is saying to everyone close to her that I am a dead man if she ever comes across me for ruining her relationship, which at this point pisses me off because I never intended my post to go viral in the first place. Anyways, I agreed to just talk to Sam because Ben told me he just want to process his breakup and he wants me to just deal with Sam since he doesn't want to be part of this. I told him fine and gave him an address of a cafe and time where I will meet Sam. That was yesterday. I went to the cafe, and when Sam saw me, she just sat there and I asked her what she wants to talk about and if she wants me to apologize for my post. I am not doing that. She didn't say much and just looked tired, like she has been crying a lot. She finally asked why I did this, and the rising anger I felt at this accusation made me want to just leave, but I told her I didn't do anything. My Reddit post is just something I wanted to share with internet strangers, and I didn't want my post to be used to get attention on social media. Sam accepted my statement and told while she understands that I am not purposely trying to hurt them. The things I posted hurt her a lot, and when she read my post here in Reddit, she felt sickened by how everyone is painting Kat and her as monsters. I told her a few people actually sympathize with her too if she read the full post, but she just kept quiet and asked me to just leave them alone if I hate them so much. I told her that I didn't even want to talk to her, but she is the one who insists that she needs to talk to me, so she better get out what she wants to say so we don't waste each other's time. Sam just shouted back that if I don't want to talk to her, I shouldn't have agreed then, which I replied this was regarding her mental health, and while I don't see her as a sister, as someone who also went through a few bouts of mental health issues, I can empathize how she is feeling now. Sam just nodded and told me to move on, and I told her I already did. I have said what I wanted to say and have put them in my past. Our life is better off without having each other in our lives, and I hope she finds happiness in her life moving forward. Sam then said something which took me aback. She told me she has been having suicidal thoughts over the years apart from me. Knowing I hate her and don't want anything to do with her made her feel like she doesn't want to live, but she healed with the support from Jan and Kat. Slowly she started to let me go till this thing recently happened. I told her she needs a therapist to help her. Jan and Kat is not enough. Sam agreed on this and told me she needs to stop loving me cause her love for me hurts her, and while Jan and Kat has closed their hearts to me and moved on, she is having a hard time doing so. She needs to hate me and despise me to move on with her life, but she can't because she still sees me as her big brother to this day. I told her she just have to leave and never look back. We may be related by blood, but our bond has been broken a long time ago, and if she values her sanity, she should be at peace with that. Sam didn't say much and just told me she will. Dad's passing tore a fresh wound on their hearts, but realizing he never wanted her in his life till the end made Kat and her realize that the men in their lives are no more and their bond is stronger now. I didn't say much and asked her to rely on her bond with Kat. She gave a chuckle at how my responses are just so dry and lack any affections. I told her I am hurting right at this moment, but she and I know there is no undoing the clock. I asked her if the sexual abuse from all of Jan's past boyfriends were true, but she refused to answer. She just answered, I wanted my brother. I told her I can't be that for her, but I am sure Kat will find someone again, and hopefully he will be a great guy who she can see as a brother one day. I told her to not disturb Ben anymore as he wants to heal. Sam was on the verge of crying and held my hand for a bit. I wanted to pull back but decided against it, and she told me she is glad we had this talk. She is going to attempt to close her heart like Jan and Kat did, and while it's tough, she needs for it to happen. I said do as what she must, but please don't reach out to me anymore. I am not going to be part of their lives, and this is just unhealthy for both of us. Sam agreed on this and told me hopefully I will at least come to her funeral one day if she goes first, which I found a tad manipulative. I didn't say much and just told her we should end our conversation here. Sam and I left shortly after that, but not before I saw Jan waiting in the car outside, which made me tensed. She saw me and looked away, and I did the same before walking to my car. Sam entered the car and I could see her slumping her head on Jan's shoulder. I got into my car and just drove away. Honestly, Sam's words left me emotionally exhausted. I have stopped loving her as a sister, but her words just keeps ringing in my head till I had to get drunk last night just to sleep. I really wish her the best in her life, but this trauma dumping is just too much for me. Linda has been kind to me the whole day today and allowed me to just stay in bed. She told me to reach out to her if I need to talk, but honestly I feel so emotionally drained by this ordeal that my apathy for people is just coming back, just like during the divorce. I just don't want to feel anything now. Thank you for joining me today. Don't forget to connect with each other in the comments below. Until next time, be kind, be curious, and I'll catch you in the next video. Corner Stories signing off.